So I have this idea, right? Just see where I'm at. So pretty. I have noticed after reading hard stuff at night to read myself to sleep, if it's on neuroscience, if it's on spiritual matters, if it's on prayer, if it's on mindset stuff, business stuff, whatever the case may be, like time blocking, stuff like that, which previously I never tried to do. I have noticed that after doing this for like the last 3 or 4 days, I'm sleeping better. I was asleep by 9 o'clock and I slept through the night until 4:30 and was able to get up and get to the gym. Try reading something hard at night with red light, book light that turns red so that you don't have white light in your face. Reading on your phone with blue light isn't good either. You can get a red light app on your phone if you want to read on your phone. The phone is just too tempting for me because then I want to check other stuff or messages might come through. So I'm trying to read with a red light and paper books. When America was built, that had to go to sleep with the sun, that woke up with the sun, the strength that was required to build this country, we've just fallen away from it. Okay, so hear me out, right? I'm reading this book in the gym, and it comes to this part about goal setting and time blocking, right? Where it says, reverse engineering your goals is a way to create a roadmap to follow through to the end. It's a simple exercise, breaking your goal into steps and then taking those steps and breaking them up into smaller steps, then taking those and breaking them into even smaller steps, and so on. Now, you may be thinking, but that is only going to make me more overwhelmed, seeing my goal broken up into a million steps. You're not wrong. And this is where you must determine how important the goal is. Is the goal really an essential goal? If your goal is not central to your true identity and what God Himself anointed you to do, it will be all uphill. There needs to be grace. So that's one part, right? But I've been also reading a book called Eat Your Frog. And it is about taking your things that you need to do, categorizing them. Let's say cleaning out your entire closet and completely reorganizing your room is like a big task. Break it into smaller things like doing laundry, changing your sheets. Doing your entire room is this big, scary dragon. And then, changing your sheets out and doing your laundry and putting all your clothes away are like big, ugly toads. But then a small toad would be just making your bed when you leave in the morning, like making it nice so that when you come home, your bed is made. I was listening to that clip of the anterior mid-cingulate cortex and how when you do little things, it builds up your willpower and makes you stronger and stronger to where the big things get easier. So I was like, what if I categorize my things into little frogs, toads, dragons, and big fire-breathing dragons, okay? And then the end goal, right, is the princess in the tower, having a fit body, owning my home, getting teeth fixed. That's probably not for y'all. Paying car off, seeing others get deeper freedom through me creating courses and stuff like that. And the dragons that I have been avoiding for a long time is like marketing and network meetings and fasting and, certain things that are difficult for me. And then the big fire breathing dragons, of course, creating content, writing a book, creating courses, like wholesaling houses. So here's my plan. This is what I'm thinking. What if I take my little frogs, making my bed for real, not just throwing the covers over it, reading at night instead of watching TV, doing laundry on time, cleaning the kitchen counters every day. Those things are like, they're really little inconveniences that I don't necessarily want to do, but they're also not that hard to do. And I'm thinking if this is the little 3-pound weight all the time for a month, which is the only way to grow the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, is to do things that you literally don't want to do. If you enjoy taking showers at night before bed, like it's your vibe, it's not going to grow anything. Doing things like giving the dogs a bath, organizing anything is a toad. Because I haven't been doing these regularly, my willpower has lowered to where these things have become big toads. And then things that I used to do, like and serving at church and going to networking meetings, these things that I used to be easier for me have now become dragons because I've been staying in the house and not going any places. And then the things that I'm created to do, creating content, writing books, creating courses, they have become the big impossible fire-breathing dragons. And I'm thinking, unless I spend time working up my reps and getting my weight up to where these things just become natural to me, and these things are now the little frogs, and then these dragons have now become ugly toads, then these things just become dragons. And guess what? I am a dragon slayer, okay? That means that I can save the princess in the tower, which means I can have a fit body and own a home. And I can have money to get my teeth fixed, because, don't do drugs, kids. And I can retire from notary work because I'm creating other stuff. I can pay off my car. I can have a clean, organized house. I can see others get deeper freedom because I have slayed the dragon of creating a course to help people walk through the stuff that I'm walking through right now that's hard. The big dragons. So my recommendation is that you create your list of little frogs. The little things, like making your bed, like putting your shoes away where they're supposed to be before you go to bed at night, spending a little time like reading a chapter in the Bible, drinking a bottle of water first thing in the morning. Drinking water is difficult for you. Taking a 20-minute walk. Now, if you haven't been walking or exercising, a 20-minute walk might be a toad. Going to the gym and taking a class with other people could be a dragon. It might even be a big fire-breathing impossible dragon. But the princess is waiting for us in the tower, is what we need. That's all I have to say about it. Make a list of your little frogs. Determine that you are going to spend a month regularly eating the little frogs. That you don't really, you don't want to do it, but it's possible for you. It's possible. And then in 30 days, let's see if because you're going to have to do some of the big toads, right? And maybe even some of the dragons, just because life be lifing. But if you intentionally just start eating these frogs so much so that it just becomes like taking your vitamins, and at some point it's not that big of a deal, then the big toads, later you're going to go, why did I think this was a toad? Because you have built up your anterior mid-cingulate cortex, and that part of your brain now has a stronger will to live and feels like it can take on a dragon. In fact, I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood to take on a dragon. Come here, dragon. I'm about to whoop your ass, because there's a princess waiting for me in a tower, and I need to rescue her because I'm a doggone dragon slayer. That's what I have to say. I figured that all out this morning because I read myself to sleep last night. I read a book that was hard. I fell asleep quickly because my brain was like immediately like, we're tired now. And I slept through the night for the first time in I don't know how long, and woke up at 4:30 energized and ready to go to the gym. Now, I look like I have been beat up. That's because I've been pushing my body harder this week than I have in a while. And it's because I have the ability to push it a little harder. Because God is helping me. Because I've been eating little frogs. But I haven't been eating enough little frogs. So, I'll make a deal with you. I'll start eating my little frogs if you start eating your little frogs. And then pretty soon, we'll start eating toads together. And then we will slay dragons. First we will slay baby dragons, and then we will slay the big fire-breathing impossible dragon. And then we will save the princess. We will rescue the princess. And our body will be tea. And we will own a house. And we will have a budgeted income. And we will be making more money. And we will be good stewards of what God gave us to do. And we will not bury our talent, but we will put it to work, to where when the master comes back, we can say, look, I doubled the money that you gave me. And he will say, well done, my good and faithful servant, enter into the kingdom. Because that's the goal. But first we got to start with the little frogs. You want to do it with me? Let's do it. Let's do it together. Why don't you let me know in the comments, what are your little frogs that you're going to commit to? The making of your bed every morning, the little things. And maybe tell me some big toads that you're looking forward to working towards. Maybe tell me some of your dragons, your impossible dragon, and the princess that you need to rescue. It's time to go home. I love y'all.